Hello internet, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefe, and today I do want to talk about Melania, PICKLES, which one should you pull for, their skills, what they do, how they play, team compositions you can be doing as a free-to-play, or if you have multiple 6-star characters, and just a little bit of my experience with these characters on the Chinese version. Couple things before we start. I wanted to show you in-game, but they are already on maintenance, so I cannot actually log in. As you can see, we have 5 hours of maintenance, which is pretty cool that at least they tell you the exact time that we have to wait, right? I was in-game, but I got kicked out. I thought I had more time left, but I miscalculated, let's say. Also, before we start, when this video goes live, this patch should be already up, and we're gonna be live on Twitch and YouTube with some free codes if you're interested in that, thanks to BlueStacks, which we'll talk more about later. So let's start talking with Melania. Now, Melania is a mental 6-star beast character that looks incredible. I really like how she looks, but I'm still not 100% sure if I want to go all in or not. Here's the thing with Melania. She is a 6-star beast mental damage. My problem is I already have a 6-star beast character. It is reality, which is Centurion, so I'm not sure if I want to pull for her. Let's talk about her kit. The thing that you have to understand with her is that she will enter a specific mode, which I'm not sure was the correct translation on the English version, but basically she enters her stealth mode, her thief mode, whatever you want to call it, and she will gain more benefit on her skills when you enter that mode, thanks to her burst. Her burst skill, or her ultimate skill, is also an incredible nuke that will be dealing 650% damage, not counting portraits, not counting insights or anything else. This is a really good single target nuker. Every time you ultimate with her, she will enter her thief mode, let's call it for now, until we get the proper translations. And what is she gonna do? Well, the first skill basically will do single target damage from 200% all the way to 400% with 3 stars, and it will also steal Moxie from the enemy. This is really powerful because you can steal not only 1, as you can see it's -1, but if she is on thief mode, or whatever it's called, she will gain an extra Moxie. So you can build your ultimate super fast with Melania. It's gonna be a character similar to a knight, where you wanna be spamming her ultimate and constantly building up her Moxie. Her second skill is an AoE attack to 2 enemies that enjoys penetration rate of 20%, and it will have extra penetration rate to a 30% if she is on thief mode. Now, her insights, basically what they do is she will gain, I think it's like a 12% boost to her damage every time she's using her ultimate, and this can be stacked up to 6 times. This means she is literally a nuker, a character that you will be using to just constantly ultimate, go for those bosses and destroy them when you have 6 stacks of 12%, which is going to be a crazy amount of damage. And also similar to a knight, but she will get stronger as the battle progresses. This is pretty simple because, again, every time you're using her ultimate, she will be gaining a stack of 12% extra damage the next time you use that ability. And if you can get her to Insight 3, which is going to be a lot of materials, it's not a 12%, but it doubles. It's a 24%, which once again, this makes her compete with the Cornblue when we're talking about new king characters. Of course, building a 6-star is going to be a lot more expensive than if you want to build someone like the Cornblue, which is, 5-star, you can get multiple dupes, you can max it out a lot easier. Now, one of the problems that she has is that she is quite squishy. You do have to play with either a good healer, or you have to play with someone that can take the damage for her. Now, if we talk about team compositions for her, we have to talk about obviously only mental allies, right? And if we think about mental units that can be paired with her, the first one you're going to be thinking of is going to be Baby Blue, Soneto, DK, whatever you want to call her. I'm not going to get into the argument on how her name is pronounced, but basically you can go DK because it's a free-to-play unit. You can get with Soneto as well. So you get the buffer, you get the healer, and you get your carry right now. So that's a free-to-play team you can build from the get-go. If you start to play on release, you should be able to get those 2 characters. So that's a pretty good team already. If we do talk about, a more pay-to-win team or a more expensive team to build, An Lee is always the best support for mental type characters. And then when it comes to healers, you can literally use anyone you want. If you have Diki, that's nice. If you have Sodebai, that's pretty good. I personally do have Sodebai. I wanted to show you, but I can't. I forgot already. But I'm gonna be using Sodebai if I can get my hands on a copy of Melania. That said, though, that's gonna be it for Melania. A little bit on her skills, what you can expect from her, who she can be played with, some small team compositions. There is a lot of team compositions in this game, right? I'm just telling you like a couple of the basic ones. So let's talk about PICKLES, the difference, and which one could benefit you more. But before we talk about Pickles, a word from today's sponsors video, BlueStacks. Now, if you are gonna be starting to play Rivers 1999 and you wanna reroll and have a good start, a good head start compared to other players, or just because you are looking for a specific character, because you will love that design, the best way to reroll is going to be using BlueStacks, thanks to the synchronized setting that they have where you can control multiple screens at the same time. This would make rerolling a lot easier, and as you can see, I'm doing 3 accounts at a time with my computer, but maybe you have a stronger computer and you can be doing 5, 6, 7 accounts at the same time and save a huge amount of time rerolling for that perfect character instead of doing it one account by one account on the PC client, because you cannot have multiple of them open, and this is where emulators like BlueStacks do really shine. So if you're looking for an easier way of rerolling and how to get a really good head start with your favorite character, you can download BlueStack with the link in the description down below. Thank you, BlueStack, for sponsoring this video, and also thank you guys for supporting my content. Once again, you can download it with the link in the description down below. And now let's get back into the video and talk about Pickles. Now let's talk about probably my favorite character in this game after Black Dwarf and Centurion, and that's gonna be our boy Pickles. Now I'm going to be trying to go all in for him and spend some money to guarantee that I can get Pickles. He looks amazing and he has a summer skin. Just look at the summer skin. Come on, guys. Tell me it's not the greatest skin. So let's look about his skill set. Sorry, I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Of our best doggo, which an AI voice. Pickles is literally like Sonetto or Regulus. He's gonna be a dispeller, a buffer, and a unit that you don't need to be using every single turn. This means that you can skip turns with him, and he will be building passively his Moxie so you can spam his ultimate and buff everyone. Let's talk about what each skill does, team compositions, and where he can be placed. Also, he's a 6-star mineral character, as you can see on the icon on the left. Once again, thank you, huge thank you to Kimaris GG. They have incredible data for all of the Chinese stuff, also for the global stuff. And also, in case you don't know, guys, we have our own website, waifus.com, where we have tier lists, character reviews, guides, and everything in between. That said, let's go back to Kimaris for our boy Pickles. Just like Melania, he will have a specific state that he will gain every time he doesn't take action. So if you skip a turn with Pickles, he will gain a specific state, which I'm not sure how it's going to be translated into the English version. But skill number 1 is a single target damage that deals 200 damage all the way up to 500 damage. Now, most of the time you will not be using this skill because it's not important. If he is on this specific state, he will be dealing extra damage with skill number 1. Skill number 1, once again, is not important for him. His main position in the team is not going to be a damage dealer. He's going to be a supporter unit. We talk about the skill number 2. This is one of the most important attacks he has, because this is a AoE attack, which you don't care about the damage. It's not really a lot of damage, from 150% all the way to 300%, but he will dispel basically everything. Stats up, positive status, and also counter. So he is a really good dispeller. Also, if he is on his specific state, he will gain a 25% extra penetration rate, as you can see right here. This is the skill you will be using most of the time, but you will also be skipping turns in between. Why do you want to skip turns? Because like we were talking about, every time you skip a turn, he will get his specific status, which will give him extra Moxies. And then you want to use also his ultimate every time you can, because this will, first of all, do a single target damage that you really don't care about the damage because it's not going to be super big. But the important part is that for 2 rounds and to all allies, he will increase damage dealt by 30%. This is huge, and this is directly an improved version of Sonetto when it comes to his playstyle, the kit, and also where you can place him. The best option to be playing Pickles as a supporter is going to be for characters that are AP hungry. So let's say Centurion, let's say a Knight, or if you are building a low budget team, even Eagle. Of course, in my case, it's going to be Centurion, Pickles, and then my healer, which right now is Sodevai, but I'm going to be changing that to Dicky. They don't really play good together. It's like a really good team composition. I just like those characters. Personally, it's the characters I like, and I play gachas mostly to collect. And Rivers 1999 is not the game where you really need to care about the team composition unless you really want to try hard on either Utu or Limbo, and I personally don't care too much. Now, that said about Melania and Pickles, who should you pull for? The answer is obvious, but go for your waifu. In my case, I'm gonna do a couple multis on Melania, see if I get lucky, and then I'm gonna go all in on Pickles, because that's a good boy that I want on my team 100%. So that's it, guys, gonna be it for this video. Once again, huge thank you to BlueStacks for sponsoring the video, and to all of you for supporting my content. You can download BlueStacks with the links in the description down below. Do let me know if you are pulling for both characters, only for Melania, saving for Pickles. Maybe you are even saving for something in the future. Good luck with your pull generates. I'll see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことです。